Yeah, they're gonna need some more magical bursts in order to deal with this. I feel like the Monkey King and the Dawnbreaker are not great at dealing with the TB because they don't do tons of damage doesn't come out that quickly. Like it's just the Starbreaker, and then that's it. The damage is pretty slow from there. So once you have your Ive Scotty done on TB, he's gonna be just fine. You did mention that they could use a mid later around out their draft. Uh, I'm not sure who the perfect pick is here. Spirit Heroes come to mind, or just like gap close and get on top of the TB in order to start these fights. I think that Puck wouldn't be so bad to combo with like the Dawnbreaker ultimate coming in.
Hmm.
You could be able to like globally jump this Terror Blade.
Freaking Mr. V,
I,
dude. He just like we come on camera and he just types all caps muted, and I'm like searching all of my sources, being like, oh God, is something muted? And it's like, no, I hate V. Someone actually can we get a mod here to time him out, please? Thank you.
yeah, somebody please. Oh shit. Never mind. Anyways, let's 48 seconds of reserve time left here on this ban. Uh they really taking their time on this one, huh? I imagine that you just get rid of the Puck. Like the two biggest heroes I'd be concerned about this stage for SG is Puck and Pango. Get rid of the Zeus instead, so the taking out the magical damage burst, I suppose.
So I do kind of like the like Invoker ban here a little bit. It is mostly just like super disruptive for the Primal Beast. It's really good against Monkey King if they plan on running this in the core position, which I'm pretty sure that they are. Obviously, Tornado just instantly dispelling the Jingu buff makes it really easy to rotate onto this Monkey King and find these kills early. Um,
Mhm,
I'm curious what they want themselves. Like last pick mid is going to be available for the cut, so they will get the ability to counter that lane matchup.
mhm.
Um, Batrider is actually a pretty sick pick, and it's already banned. Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay, that would
First
have
phase
been
ban
that would have been
along
a
with
good
the
one.
Pango. Pango would have been was also the thing I was thinking, but
Yeah, it's been
I
Kits,
thought that
like
was
I
banned.
said, who's I don't know, yeah, not Kits. Sorry, I don't know why I said Kits. Nico.
You were so caught up on Kits stomping on the Pango.
Yeah. Kits was amazing in the last series, but Nico has had a very good performance on his Pango as well. So it makes a lot of sense that it was
Mm,
first phase banned.
yeah.
And they banned his Ember Spirit, of course. Okay, yeah. This all makes sense. All makes sense.
Mhm. So with that gotten rid of, I mean, they could use a little bit of an easier way to start fights. I don't think Invoker would have been the solution, but dealing with like calls and his Sunstrikes would have been an issue. The Ember Spirit great at like jumping on top of people, the slight chains. Um, I think Puck is good for both these teams if nobody bans it out. Like you don't have a ton of burst damage to deal with a Primal Beast, so maybe you need something to do a little bit more
The
in
Lesh
mid
ban. I
lane.
like
Get rid
that.
of Lesh.
I think Puck would
Uh,
suffer on the side of SG just because the Skywrath Mage, like B God, is so good at playing into these types of heroes. And I think
I don't think the Lesh would have been that good. Sorry, continue.
no, you're good.
Oh, okay. To expand on that, I really don't like it when you don't have any saves alongside it. Like you kind of have the Dawnbreaker who has the ultimate, maybe build a Holy Locket alongside it, but I don't think that would have been enough to justify the pick. I think they just wanted to keep the TB illusions alive. They get rid of like the magical burst damage, and that's what they were thinking of. But I think Lesh probably would have died pretty quickly to everything. It's like as soon as it walks in.
I'm a
But
little bit
a bit
curious, like what
confused
they
here on
want to
it too.
do for their mid lane here. Yeah, and they have 2 seconds left, so maybe they're a little bit lost as well. It is going to be the Puck,
That
man.
is a Puck.
I am not sold on this. I feel like this Skywrath Mage is going to make his game so bad.
Yeah, I mean, Puck hates any sort of like instant disable. Bane spells coming out on him, hexes from Shadow Shaman or Lion, and of course the Arcane Seal from the Skywrath Mage. All big issues, and they go for. I mean, I was talking about Puck on both sides. That Spirit is all kind of the gap close, being able to start team fights. Go for Void Spirit here on Nico, and I think he's like probably the weakest out of the spirits.
I think Earth Spirit's probably the weakest, but in terms of like the
He's a strength hero. He's the strongest. Come on, Ricky.
okay, you're right. I don't know what I was thinking. Clearly incorrect. Um, yeah, I think Void Spirit. It's just like a classic counter to the Puck. You don't really have to worry too much about it. It's got great gap close to try and find the Dark Willow. Um, I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah. I think it's great to jump in the back line there, but I'm just not sure it's gonna have enough burst damage for anybody else. Like you can deal with the puck reasonably well in lane, but you're never gonna blow up the Monkey King, the Primal Beast, or the Dawnbreaker by yourself. So hopefully, alongside the Skywrath Mage, I mean, this is B God's signature hero. They're gonna be able to make some things happen. I'm interested in seeing the emergence of this axe again. It made a lot of sense against the Slark, but I'm not sure it makes sense as like a first pick here on the side of the cut. Maybe little Nick God is going to prove me wrong. The man's been making some big plays lately, so we'll see. I'm gonna go back for my. I'm gonna have to say I'm with the cut this game. I'm with the B God Skywrath Mage. I think Witch Doctor is a sick hero right now, but you'll have to let me reserve my final call until I see what Pingu skills at like level 3. Okay.
All right. Well, I'll let you. I'll give you that. I think that's kind of a cop out, personally, but it's all right.
You calling me a coward, sir?
I'm not. I didn't say it, man. I didn't say it, but
it's how I feel.
it's okay. I'm actually going to go for the cut here. I think their draft just makes more sense. I think they have a lot of follow up from the axe calls. Once again, Yuma Monkey King, he's very good on this hero, but the Monkey King itself, like, I don't know if it's going to have the game he wants it to have. It's a 5-position Dawnbreaker, and the Dawnbreaker doesn't have like the damage to really bully out this axe Skywrath Mage either. So we'll see how it goes.
We will.
Your god had that
So if you had to say, and you weren't going to be a coward like me, you think that what SG is going to win?
No, I said cut. I like the cuts draft.
No, you say SG, and you disagree with me.
Neff, I said the cut. Are you just trying to gaslight me here? What's going on? Nothing. Some things never change. Some things never change.
You don't miss me after all, do you?
I take everything back I said earlier about being so happy that you were here. You know, we get to work together one last time. It's our final rodeo.
Or we die.
Before you leave me and I inevitably fade into what, obscurity? Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for.
You're never going to be obscure in the people's hearts, Ricky.
It's okay.
Yeah.
My voice line for TI would have been too
little
powerful.
guy.
That's why I didn't get invited.
Oh, did you already have one planned?
I had like dozens planned.
Oh.
Unlike many other people, I actually put a lot of thought into what I would do for a voice line.
Are you referring to me because of the voice lines that I made for a wild card and they weren't that? One of them is pretty good.
One of them is pretty good. No, I was just I'm not making a specific reference to anybody.
Oh.
It's more of a general observation.
When you word it like that, that's incredibly specific. The man just filled with seething rage. You know who you are, whoever you are out there. I have no idea what you're talking about, but I really feel like it is someone specific.
No, it's literally just a generic observation.
Dude, the admin Nina is going to be losing his mind right now. He was like he's like, all right, draft one, level 1 draft penalty. You've got 1 minute or like 30 seconds before level 2 draft penalty. Then as soon as we start, SG, it just paused the game. I bet you anything my admin is losing his mind right now.
The good news, man, I actually don't have any of these players muted this time. That's good stuff.
Either do I. Nice.
I may or may not have a member of 5Rat4 staff muted. I don't know if I should admit which one it is.
I already know who it's. That's got to be Nico, right?
No.
Really?
Wait, no, Nico. What, dude? Nico's on the cut. What are you talking about? I said a 5Rat. I have a member of 5Rat pre-muted.
Of the stand-in roster or the original roster?
The roster that just played. Not.
It's Merlin, isn't it?
No, not Merlin.
Muted the Ukrainian player.
No.
Let's see. There's no way it's AB1.
It is AB1.
It's AB1.
It's
is
AB1.
it because he's always got like dishes being done in the background or something?
I honestly have no idea why I muted him. I don't even remember.
Probably because he's got a lot of background noise. He's probably like said something, like he lives in a restaurant or something.
Oh,
that's like the joke. I used to manage his team.
Yeah, I know you did.
Not when it was 5Rat. When it was Odd Otters. Shout out to the Otters, by the way. It was sorry, AB1, Sasquatch, Jay. We swapped mid lanes a lot, but it was like Mercedes, Louis, and Logical, like the three main ones, and then position 1 was Dark.
I remember that
Others were
guy.
great. Yeah. Dark?
Yeah.
Yeah, he just like does school or something now.
Can you imagine like giving up a
Going to be an
super lucrative
actuary
Dota
or
career where you
something?
can make like hundreds of dollars a year versus going to school?
Yeah. And now he's like going to school to be an actuary so he can tell people that their careers are worth hundreds of dollars.
Amazing.
Thank you for the laugh, Yuma.
Very good timing. You know, it'd be really cool if there was like
The game
enough,
started?
Yeah,
Oh.
if the game started. But I was gonna say also if there was enough funding into the Dota Pro circuit to where like, you know, players could afford their rent maybe. Or
In
just
this economy,
food.
I don't think
Or
so.
just food maybe. Food would be a good start.
Right. You referring to the Panda Express meme?
Yeah. That one's a classic.
Oh, that one is a classic, but I don't want to get anyone in trouble. So
Yeah.
you know, if I talk about that one. Sometimes you really need Panda Express. Though. All right. I still think it is insane that this gives you 380 movement speed at level 1. The Monkey King.
The Monkey King? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things where they're like, we reduced the move speed on couriers, but we don't want it to just like directly nerf Monkey King, so they just kind of didn't address it.
Yeah, this courier is so cute. Can we go into cinematic mode real quick?
Of course we can. Oh, it's rolling around, playing with the ball. Oh my god.
Yeah, look at that. Oh my god. The viewer is gonna be the viewer is gonna be happy about this one.
There might be some action
there-
happening elsewhere,
yeah,
but
we're
it's
gonna have
not
to go
nearly as important.
I'll let you know. Uh-oh.
Oh, okay. Well,
So-
now it's no fun.
So I'm using the outdated 30-hour headset from HyperX.
Not the
that Costa Belay
300-hour
has.
headset?
The Costa Belay has my headset with 300 hours, and I'm pretty sure this one just hit low battery. So I'm gonna go grab my brick. Take it away, Ricky.
Okay, no problem. Meanwhile, Neff, while you're doing that, we'll just talk about the game. It's going to be a 3 pickup on the runes here for the side of the cut, so a little bit of a good start for them. I don't know. I'm a little bit interested to see how this offlane is going to play out. I think this is where like the most exciting gameplay is going to happen, right? The Axe versus Monkey King, always super heavy in trading. And then, of course, you have Dawnbreaker and Skywrath, 2 very aggressive supports, so we should be able to see a lot going down there. Well, mid lane, Void Spirit versus Puck. This matchup is less than exciting, usually. They just kind of farm it out. They just do their thing. Nothing too out of the ordinary there. Meanwhile, top lane, they're already dishing the damage out on over to the Dawnbreaker. Bound the strike out from Yuma. They're just trying to trade again. They just want to start this aggression early. Bottom lane, Oscar has 5 Uproar stacks, but he's forced off the lane entirely thanks to the meta that was popped here by SMD to start it out, and that is expected. A nice lane pull here on the Dark Willow, going to try and secure themselves the lane equilibrium as well as maybe an early level 2.
And the duel is started.
The what?
Monkey King Yuma against B-God. The gauntlet has been thrown.
Oh, absolutely. This top lane is going to be a bloodbath. That's what I say. It's like this is the only interesting lane, pretty much.
Yeah. Fun fact about being a man: none of my stuff that I own is actually my stuff anymore. It's all just replacement stuff for the players.
Oh, nice,
And
nice,
they're
nice.
working quite right.
I spent 2 hours today troubleshooting a issue on my work computer, and then figured out it was a USB driver that just broke everything.
Oh, so that was also one of the issues. Costa's USB driver just like wasn't working, and you thought like 3 different things were malfunctioning at different times. I'm like, I got you, dog.
Top lane, they're actually gonna get really aggressive here onto Nick. Yuma falling low. He needs to get away though. B-God dashing the damage back. Does he get the last auto attack into the trees? He does. There it is. First blood for the Skywrath Mage. And I mean, big stick there from the Dawnbreaker. Off the mark though with the Starbreaker, and they're just gonna kite him around. The Battle Hunger reducing his movement speed so much. The auto attacks are just Not enough to finish him off. Maybe one more auto attack from B-God. He gets him.
you pop
Oh
a stick.
my god.
He had 2 stick charges.
I don't know if it was enough, but it would have been close.
That would have been pretty close. He ended up popping the fairy fire before he died. He's bought another one just now.
B-God's just
have
like, don't
before.
mind me. I'm gonna die to the tower real quick. Ends up giving the kill over to Yuma as well as the experience, since he did get an auto
great.
attack. So not great.
Let's take a look over to the mid lane for a moment. We see Nico's actually like owning it up here.
Yeah.
KXY is like 11-0 to Nico's 18-5. He's getting absolutely bodied here. And again, I was talking about this in the previous game with how they changed the small camps, just removing them. If you're losing your lane, you're like forced to fight your opponent. You can't move into the jungle like you used to be able to do when you're struggling in lane. So you just got to suck it up and deal with it. And unfortunately for him, you know, he's playing against Skywrath, who's super good at like finding kills on him if he chooses to gank.
This is exactly what made the puck good in the last patch, was the small
Bottom.
camp, right? Like he was able to like make these trades. Wow. Okay, Oscar actually just gets the kill on the SMD. I did not think he was gonna go down, but I guess yeah, stun was not up on the Witch Doctor, I suppose.
Yeah, that's the fun part about this Primal Beast hero. You either, you know, beat them with your hands and your uproar, your 0 mana cost ability, or just remove their entire HP pool with magical damage, and you know your high armor means nothing at that point.
That is another kill top lane. Wow, he actually had. I'm guessing he was trying to play the Jingu into the Boundless Strike and just didn't get it off in time. And the Dawnbreaker is going to try and pull this creep wave to just keep this XP alive for the Monkey King. He's going to give his life for this.
Before did.
He's just
That's
super
what
dead.
it is.
Oh,
He'll survive.
he did survive.
It
All
hit
right,
him
never mind.
After the
silence
yeah, I think it hit
ended,
him
yeah.
after the yeah. Less damage there. It was close.
Well, I mean, actually ends up working out quite well, as Yuma's going to get a ton of solo XP here top.
Yeah, and it's underneath his tower, so he's going to be relatively... I can't believe Nick is going for this right now. Yeah, Yuma's going to heal back up, builds up another 4 stacks of this, and possibly just gets run down here.
He is no escape. That is boots plus an Orb of Venom. Yeah, very optimistic for Nick to stick around for that. He did not have a Skywrath Mage, which Skywrath has been the only reason they're able to play this lane out as aggressively as they have. Mid lane, Orb was committed from KXY. He needs help and fast. He's going to get the bottle refill there from the Dawnbreaker. Oh, no, he didn't. Oh, no, he didn't have the bottle refill.
Sometimes unlucky. What can you do?
I think he
as they say?
TP'd from
He's-
outside of the fountain, maybe? I don't quite know.
I wasn't watching his location when he TP'd in. Now he's running up to the top lane with Yuma's Band of Elf Skin. They end up losing Pingu down bottom.
Ooh, Nick top lane in some trouble. Starbreaker into the Boundless Strike. He goes down again. You stopped Yuma initially, but he is now top net worth. He's got himself 3 kills now and completely recovered. Closing in, gets level 6 at 5 minutes 40 seconds.
Yeah.
He is basically, he's higher level than his mid laner.
Yeah, I mean, you talked about this matchup, man. It was not pleasant for the Axe.
Pingu mid lane in
really
some
working.
trouble here. Bottom lane, Oscar just finds a solo kill there onto the Terrorblade. But B-God with the haste rune is going to help chase down the Dark Willow. Nico just blowing a ton of mana there to try and steal the kill.
Yep. Is Nico not going to go for... I guess he wants to clear out this mid wave first rather than lose anything to the tower. So he leaves the bounty rune there.
A lot of mistakes in this lane stage from the cut. I mean, the biggest one for me is just this top lane Monkey King. Like, has no business being as farmed as he is after the start that he had. And they're going to punish Nick some more as the rotation from the Dawnbreaker. He's going for the wraparound. The Primal Spring on over. He gets the call onto 2. Rotation in from B-God, but I don't think they have the damage. He's just going to bound the strike this wave plus the hero. Yeah, Axe. He's got to hobble away. Makes it to the tier 2
He's got the
tower.
extra
He's
armor from the
barely
tower.
going to survive, but he's got the Celestial Hammer. It connects and he gets the kill. Once again, behind the tier 2, they're just diving for these kills. And they're looking for more as B-God. He's come in a little bit too far. He's got a silence. Does he get the kill? Oh, the raindrop almost keeps him alive. And Yuma gets his
gets the
tree
cut.
chop. Can he pull him onto the low ground? Oh, he's got the Remnant holding Yuma in place. He's got the Jingu. Big balance strike. Full heal as the... I mean, it just walks away.
He's not going to do anything. He's just walking away. It's just that easy. Dips him. I know what you're talking about there. You thought he was going to pull him down to the low ground with the Aether Remnant and then maybe into the tower or something like that.
Yeah.
But the execution wasn't there. That is just hard to think of in the moment. I think he might have been able to do that through the Remnant from the right angle. It was hard, though.
I mean,
wee woo. Actually, it's not even a small play police thing. That actually, I think, would have been like the most efficient play.
I mean, he just like dies, if that happens, right? Because he doesn't get the boundless strike onto the whole creep wave and the void spirit. He gets maledicted under the tower. Like, I don't know. Meanwhile, Little Nick just getting ran out in his jungle. He's trying to bait here potentially as they're bringing in some more heroes, but Monkey King comes in. Oh, the coconut actually buying him some space, but he doesn't have the Jingu stacks for the moment. Yuma looking to get that boundless strike off, does finally get it, but the Maledict will help finish him off. The rotation in from KXY though, so they'll just find the kill on the Pingu, so a 2 for 1. And it's gonna potentially be a third here. He doesn't want to drop the coil. And they'll find the kill anyways. So a 3 for 2 mid, and they are just getting crushed in this bottom lane as Primal Beast will secure the bottom tower. Izzy's level 7, almost level 8.
Yeah. Little Nick ends up canceling his TP, realizes if he completes that one, he just gets trampled down by the Primal. No tower for anyone else to TP to if he decides to go in by himself. They think about setting up onto the puck here, but I'm not... Yeah, they can't really do it. He ends up just illusionary orbiting away if they try to commit onto him.
This game has fallen apart very quickly for the side of the cut.
Oh, the top lane. About to lose Nick here.
Level 5 Axe in the off lane. Still. And he just gets punished once again. I mean, he has no game is the problem. He has 2,600 net worth on the off lane. You might as well just be sitting in base. Like, that is about as bad as it gets. And Oscar, mid lane with the help of the coil, takes down the Void Spirit.
Yeah, now he's just going for his first item BKB. I mean, and the only thing you really need on the hero is match community, just to be able to continue to trample people down or, you know, hold your pulverize without having it be interrupted. He's going to go for Scourge McDuck underneath the tower, who doesn't have Sunder but doesn't connect that onslaught. That's how he's able to walk away. They're just in such a difficult position because at this point you've got a bunch of heroes that are amazing at running at you on the SG. Never mind, they end up losing KXY over in the mid.
Yeah, KXY just playing a little bit too greedy there with the spells. Gets caught out by Nico. Very good play by him.
Well, what can you do? I was just about to say that like they have amazing heroes in SG for just running at heroes and walking through the jungle, so this TB is going to struggle to actually be able to find farm. They control the majority of the map, but they're actually like Yuma's built kind of slow items. Like he's gone for the Midas, going for the Maelstrom immediately afterwards. They want to take this into the late game.
I think that's fine.
That benefits the cut, kind of.
Yeah, I think that's okay. Like, he's just looking to be super strong this game. They're smoked up behind him. They're trying to bait this Monkey King, and instead they're just going to settle for the Dawnbreaker as he's just jumping through the trees here on Yuma. They are level 6 on both their supports, so Death Ward and Mystic Flare will pretty much kill anyone, but they do have to find their target, and Monkey King doing a really good job at playing in the trees so far.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, bottom, they're looking for Scourge. They're going to find him. The trample comes through, just instantly deleted there, plus the Bedlam.
Yeah, way too much magic damage from this fight, and I don't even think they're gonna get the Monkey King. Yuma's reading this one perfectly. In fact, he's gonna turn on them.
They're gonna go for it right away. There's gonna be the call, plus the Maledict into the Death Ward, and Dawnbreaker. Yeah, she's dead, but Monkey King still sitting high up in the trees. He's surviving for the moment. Rotation from Oscar as well. He's got a Pulverize. Doesn't get his hands on anyone though.
Yeah, he's still sitting at like he's missing 500 HP. He's at this awkward stage where he's got like a lot of his BKB, so he's a lot of unrealized net worth. So if he dives now and dies, it's not great.
Oh, wait a minute. Puck, you came in for this one. You got to be careful. A ton of damage there. comes out from Oscar as they just run right over him. KXY able to coil and then hop away. Oscar sitting very healthy still. So 2 quick turnarounds there.
Yeah, you end up finding the Dark Willow, but yeah, you lose the Axe, you lose the Skywrath Mage, and you're not really making any space for the Terrorblade at the same time. At this point, I'm convinced he's not going to have the items he needs in order to like take fights. He's gone for the Falcon Blade, which is great for like early HP, to be able to survive getting run down by the Primal Beast just by himself. But the Yasha isn't going to help him at all with that.
Dude, he's almost 3,000 gold behind Yuma.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that he's going to come online too slow at the rate that we're going at right now. Little Nick's also still working on his Blink Dagger. He's pretty far behind where he wants to be. He's another like 1,400 for that. And you can kind of find kills at that point, but it's difficult to take any of these people down. Like the Void Spirit's not going to find kills on the Primal, Monkey King, Dawn, or Puck by himself. And, you know, B-God's managed to find a couple of things. He almost got his Veil of Discord. But they're reading a lot of these movements from the cut pretty well on the side of SG.
Absolutely. They do have a ward here up on the high ground that will scout this rotation, but they smoke up right outside of vision, so they are fine. Pingu needs to be careful. Oscar goes in. He's trying to get his hands on something, but a nice silence comes through. There's going to be the Maledict. Nice Fear with the coil, the drop down. They just get destroyed. Oscar, yeah, you get the Primal Beast, but at what cost? Nice thunder there from SMD. Can he actually turn this fight around? B-God is here. He's got a silence. He catches the puck. The concussive blast. It's going to be enough.
Oh okay. My God, the puck really what's the opposite of clutching that one out? He used that like way too early, his phase shift, and he ended up just connecting him with absolutely everything. Hit him with the silence afterwards. Didn't the customer shot end up connecting with him? If he held the phase shift for like a fraction of a second longer, I think he survives that one. So they get the puck, they get the primal at the end of that one. It ends up being not so bad. It started off terrible.
Yeah, I mean the Primal Beast initiation like was instantly countered, but they had so much follow-up, right? The coil into the Dawnbreaker ult. And he still ended up getting his spells off, so.
Yeah. It looked so bad for a moment there.
Yeah, I thought that fight was going to be a wipe.
Like Wavo combo there by SG. But they managed to find the puck and whatnot, so. Eevee's game not quite over yet. He's got his Yasha done and he's back into the jungle.
I mean, he's still nowhere close to this Monkey King, though. Like, Yuma is so farmed. He's got Midas. He's got Maelstrom. He's on his way to his BKB. 9,100 net worth at 15 minutes. That is absurd.
Yeah. And his team looks like they want to continue to play fast. Again, they're at this awkward time where Oscar doesn't quite have his BKB, but they're trying to make plays right now because they feel like they're significantly stronger. I think he just needs to like clear out 2 waves and get this belt, and then he can be a lot more aggressive. But instead, he's trying to put the pressure on. Yeah, I'd actually really prefer it if he just like goes in the jungle, starts clearing this out, and finishes BKB. Looks like that's what he's going to do now. Top lane, they try to go under Dawnbreaker.
I am so surprised Nico held both of his Astral Steps there. Like, he saw the trail. He could have just jumped onto the Dawnbreaker and instead gets nothing for that rotation. That ward is just outside of vision. That is unlucky.
What can you do?
Primal Beast, BKB coming out right now.
Yep. So this will allow him to be like significantly more aggressive. He's just going to be able to walk down this TB.
They also have the blink on Axe. They're going to look for KXY mid here, potentially. He gets the call as the rest of the team there. They just drop the death ward. The silence has to come through, and it does. Dawnbreaker coming through to try and keep him alive, but it's not enough. Nick gets the dunk, and now Dawnbreaker on the run, but Nico does not get there in time.
Yeah, he's probably going to be kicking himself on that one. Or for that one on the puck. Doesn't manage to be able to get away from that. He's been feeding him a couple of kills now. He's getting the XP to come back into the game.
That's just kind of the nature of the puck this game, though. We talked about it in the draft. Like, he's pretty much hard countered by the Skywrath Mage and the Axe.
Mage, yeah.
Like,
the instant silence.
It's just so rough to play against.
We'll use this opportunity to establish a little bit more vision. I don't think they'd be able to actually like take fights into the tower. If the puck jumps through with the Dream Coil in the heat with like that same combination of the Terrorize and the Solar Guardian again, you're in a lot of trouble. So they just take the puck, they get some defensive wards down, and they move back onto their side of the map afterwards. You gotta wait for SG to make the play.
So going late game, who do you think really has the advantage here? Because Yuma is so far ahead. Still, he's still almost 3,000 gold in front of the Terrorblade, which, you know, isn't as impressive as it was like 5 minutes ago when that was the case. But he's almost to his BKB. Is that like the go time for SG at this point?
Yeah, I think so, but he's got the Aghanim Scepter queued up afterwards, and then the Mjolnir after that. Like, I'm not sure if he has a go time. BKB is usually go time though, because at that point you've got like your Primal Beast one that's still sitting there unused. You've got your Blink Dagger down on the puck. You've got BKB just about completed the monkey. Yeah, you've hit enough time. It's like the same time that you probably want to make a move.
Man, this ward top is just revealing the entire side of the cut here. You see everything. Bottom lane. They're going to jump onto the Dawnbreaker. They do find him. Yuma comes in, catches the Death Ward and the Maledict. Yuma has to pop that stun out to get some space. He gets the BKB. You're right. The Maledict will still take him down, though. And he will just TP on home. Terrorize catching 3 with the coil. Oscar is going to run him down. He's got to pulverize to stay on top of Nico. Little Nick. Did he cancel the pulverize? I'm very confused. Either way, Tomatoya on 4 does get the stun. Little Nick trying to run away, but KXY continuing the chase. Oscar cancels his onslaught. Still trying to find Little Nick here on the axe. He's got a blink. He's safe. Okay, Nico still hiding in the trees. Assimilates to the backside. Oscar is close. Astral steps away. I think they got him though. The onslaught with the trample. Finally finding the Void Spirit.
They don't manage to find the axe. He gets away. Funny fight behind the tower there. The puck ended up putting in a lot of damage, just being able to click people down consistently with the Witchblade and spam out his spells. These longer engagements definitely do favor them.
Yeah. Nick looking for Oscar. Blink call. There's going to be the Veil plus the ult. The dunk to follow. And a nice little gold gain there for the axe. I mean, a lot of XP too, actually.
It's not a little bit. That's a lot, actually.
Axe gonna get chased down, but Pingu's nearby. That's a good coconut.
Unfortunately, it's a level 1 coconut.
And yeah, it is only level 1. On the backside, Nick trying to just stay alive inside of this coil. Will be able to do so. Nico goes in. They've managed to drop this axe fairly low. Yuma with the wraparound will end up securing it.
All right, looks like we're back on track for where you want to be if you're an SG fan. I mean, they took that last team fight so awkwardly with when they activated the BKBs, having to move back on the Monkey King, but they've regained their pacing. They have control over the enemy team's jungle now. I'm not sure the cut is going to be able to fight into them unless they can put SG on awkward footing again like they did last time. Yuma definitely got ahead of himself with that first initiation while his BKB was on the way. He's like, okay, it's just about here. I can activate it and clutch it out in the middle of my team fight, but it ended up arriving so late that he needed to get back. And even though they won that fight on SG, they didn't win it as hard as they could have. Now, on the side of the cut to make some moves around the map. One of the issues that you have is like the TB can farm safely, but your illusions actually die incredibly quickly to the Primal Beast. Like the cooldown of Trample is so similar to the cooldown of Conjure Image that he just kind of walks down whatever neutral camp or lane that the illusions are farming out, and he ends up just getting even more gold for it, and you don't farm anything.
We're gonna see 3 heroes smoking up here on the cut. They want to try and find themselves another pickoff.
Blade Mail is completed.
I mean, they will see the Dawnbreaker who's going for this D ward. They have to punish this. They can't let him get it. Yeah, and they will do exactly that.
Nobody in position to be able to decant that one. It's possible they try to set up on the mid tower here when Dawnbreaker's dead. They don't know if he has buyback or not. He doesn't. The only thing you have to be worried about is like doing that in the next 20 seconds here.
Oh, the Yules onto the creep. Unlucky there for Nico. Blink call. Managed to catch the Dark Willow. Will he get in range for the silence? Not quite. The Yule's there, but right into the Remnant. And another dunk in from the Axe. Puck will get silenced instead. She's in trouble, but the big ult in from that Dawnbreaker and a ton of damage through from Oscar just wipes the floor with the side of the cut. And now B-Gon, he's alone. It's only a matter of time here before he gets ran down and pulverized to help secure it.
I want to see the damage numbers of who all that came from. I think it was just a Primal Beast coming in with the Onslaught. Yeah, even the Monkey King ends up doing enough with just like the Primal Spring plus Boundless Strike and Wukong's Demand. Wombo comboed again. I mean, they see this opportunity. It's like a 3v5 situation because Dawnbreaker's still dead at the beginning of that one, and they just got in the Dark World. So like, okay, go, go, go. We'll take the fight. But BKBs are done, and they don't have any damage outside of the Magical Burst. So the Primal and the Monkey King on top of the BKBs, they just get bursted down.
Yeah. And there it is. Tier 2 will fall bottom. This opens up the outpost. And they've done a pretty good job trying to defend this bottom side of the jungle for a while on the cut, but now they just do not have that option, and they are now
so hard.
11k behind.
Yeah, I mean, they still have this mid tower standing. It's like almost untouched here 23 minutes into the game. So it becomes so hard to defend your jungle when that and the bottom tower is still standing there. Rotating in is just so easy for SG.
I mean, their only real game plan is to control the Dire jungle at some point, but it's so difficult for them to make their way in there. And I mean, they're going to try.
Yeah, they see the Dawnbreaker there, that observer in the sentry that they just placed there on Pingu.
Yep, now that Nick's shown up, he's going to start making his presence known. They do see Oscar in the wave. I mean, that's a huge kill if they can get him. And there it is, the blink call comes out onto Oscar. He gets the 4-staff save, and the BKB comes out right away to try and turn this fight around as Puck's in as well. Gets the call, does catch SMD there, and Axe just getting beat down on the backside. Gets another call trying to hollow away. The Terrorize catches the Terrorblade as he goes down. And Puck continuing the aggression here onto Pingu. Tries to catch him with the Death Ward, but absolutely no shot at all. 3 heroes dead on the side of the cut. Just massively punished here once again by SG, and they are just not satisfied yet. They're gonna keep going.
Yeah, he's...
Oh, he's actually off the mark there with the Boundless Strike, and Yuma... Wait a minute, is he dead? Yuma? He is dead. He just goes a little bit too far. And with that Pulverize, it will sign the death of this Void Spirit, but B-God gonna join him. So it ends up being 5 for 1 at the end of the day.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they had the damage to burst down that Monkey King there, but I guess he isn't like incredibly... He's got 3,000 HP. They actually just did way too much damage to him. The HP turned around so much when that Arcane Seal was on him.
Yeah.
That's an insane amount of damage.
Plus the Veil and the tier 2. It was a lot of stuff. Like,
yeah.
If I could view his death summary, I would tell you a little bit more about it.
No Dota Platinum.
Oh, got it. Okay, yeah. Scarth Mage did 1,900 damage to him. All magic.
Yeah. Yeah, it turned around, just started bursting him. Scourge McDuck is about to get run down here as well. I think Oscar is just waiting for his BKB to come off the cooldown.
They just don't see him. He gets TP on the tree.
Yeah. Right. He's out. Hopefully they don't spend any or much longer than this looking for him.
16k gold advantage now, and it is just looking scarier by the second.
Well, they move up to the part of the map where the enemy's heroes aren't. Little Nick and B-God both sitting pretty here. I mean, they can find kills onto Yuma, I think, if you get like a very quick like Veil, Arcane Seal, Mystic Flare into like a dunk before he gets off his BKB. They might go for it here. Nico's gonna show himself. I don't think, yeah, Yuma's not gonna fall for this one. As soon as he shows in the way, he realized that Slim was up there. So he backs off.
He's playing really smart this game on this Monkey King, which isn't that surprising. It is one of his best heroes. And he's almost got his Mjolnir now. A perfect item for dealing with the Terrorblade.
He's always very careful when the enemies are off the map. Especially up here on the top lane. It's been like this just all game. Realize the bottom lane is like shoved all the way in. He's like, okay, they're probably looking for kills up here right now. And they're trying to play this one super disciplined. They're like waiting for anything right now. They know how far behind they are. If you can find one kill, it would be amazing. But they're just sitting underneath this observer ward on, sorry, this Tinker ward up here on the hill.
Yeah.
The enemy team is now just doing Roche.
Yeah, I think they know. I think they realize that. They're like, guys, they're just waiting for someone to show top. Oh, boy. That is his Scotty that just died on the courier top.
You hate to see it. 2
minutes before that's going to be respawning, so that just completely destroys his timing he had there as they get the Aegis, they get the Mjolnir. Man, nothing is going the way of the cut here this game. Fortification comes out top. KXY tries to catch him. They end up turning over the call onto the puck, and they blow him up instead. The BKB pulverize onto Little Nick. They actually missed with that Willow Tolt, and now Axe in some trouble, but they've managed to take down 2. Not a bad start here, honestly. And in comes the Void Spirit. He's trying to take down Oscar. He gets him in Yuma. Yes, he's got his Aegis. He's got his BKB, but he's all alone. He might find B-God here in a moment, but wait a minute. They do have vision of Yuma on the trees. They get the tree cut. Okay, he has no Aegis when he respawns. The question is, can they kill him twice? There's gonna be the Maledict on top of him. They actually will be able to. That Maledict's gonna take him down. He's gone, and Dark Willow will bite as well. They get 5 underneath this Tinker ward. And it's without SMD either.
Yeah, without SMD. They bided their time. They waited up here. They fought underneath the vision. That was insane.
It's a 12,000 XP gain and almost 5,000 gold. Almost a 6,000 gold exchange.
I've seen so many games turn around underneath these Tinker wards up in like either like up here in the Dire top side or the Dire bottom side, where you just like fight in a superior vision around the trees. They did not have that one. Okay, KXY ends up grabbing Pengu. A footnote on that previous fight, but it is insane that managed to work. They waited up there for like 3-4 minutes, not doing anything, while SG ends up building like a bigger and bigger lead. They still managed to take that fight regardless. In the Aegis too.
And it was all time well spent as SMD's courier is about to respawn with his Scotty, which of course he hasn't had, despite
he didn't have in that previous fight.
Yeah, which he didn't even bother showing up to.
Even in, yeah.
But he's almost got his BKB now, so he's closing in on that very soon. He'll have, and I mean, you're still 10K behind. I don't want to like undersell the strength of SG right now. They are still very much far ahead.
You're close to some big timings though. You just about have your BKB done on the Axe as well. Skywrath Mage is currently 300 gold away from his Aghanim Scepter, so like yes, you're up 10k net worth on the side of SG, but you're close to some pretty big timings on the side of the cut, so actually shouldn't be too difficult for them to take another fight like that into them once these like 9-second BKBs are completed.
Man, that initial coil damage talent is pretty good on Puck. If you get it to snap, it's just like an extra 300 damage in the fight.
Yep. All right, there it is. BKB done now on the Axe. The Aghanim Scepter is coming out for the Skywrath Mage, assuming his courier doesn't just die. He realizes that something is amiss and sends it back. By something is amiss, I mean the Observer Ward.
I did lose Lil Nick's courier, but...
Whatever, he's got his BKB completed anyways. The courier did its job. Looks like they're about to find Dawnbreaker up here on the top.
This would be a good pick-off. She just bought the Axe, so there's no buyback. And Axe with the blink call. Managed to find this one, and that's going to be another Culling Blade stack for the Axe, so a little bit more armor. And it will definitely add up for the Axe. Like, it makes him a lot tankier against this Monkey King as this game goes on.
Significantly more tanky, be able to actually extend his ground against Yuma's sitting on like 3 king net worth at the moment. He does have the Eye of Scotty queued up. I'm not sure if he finishes this or builds something else.
I mean, you pretty much have to go the Scotty, especially with the Ags. It's just so good. You become way too tanky for heroes to deal with. They are smoking bottom here on the cut. They do have a ward here that scouts KXY. He's got an Aeon Disc recipe, but not the Aeon Disc quite yet. They're gonna go for the wraparound and head into the triangle instead. They're hoping to find themselves the Monkey King, but he is also bottom. And Nico will get himself a courier in the mid lane. And another courier goes down as SMD gets it with a illusion.
Yeah. Here he goes.
Oh, the call. They've managed to catch him. The Monkey King goes down, and yeah, Dawnbreaker, the ult doing some work. The Death Ward just chewing right through the Dark Willow. The next BKB, it's about to expire. He pops that Seal Totem to go forward. The taunt catches him. The SMD goes right on in with the BKB. Doesn't seem to care. Oscar, the Pulverize will finish off the Axe, but he is all alone on the Primal Beast, stuck on the high ground. A 2-for-1 as Nico looks for more. Make it a 3. Did Neff? There's no way they could have turned this game around, right?
There's no way they come back into this. Not after being down almost 20k net worth like that. Not after sitting underneath that ward. Imagine take that fight.
Nico, he's got the puck. He doesn't have an Aeon Disc. He's silenced. Yules is there. The Maledict already caught him. He can't dodge all this damage. There's no way. Oh, he can. He can, but Nico, he's not done chasing. They get him. The Waning Rift. Not able to get him out.
They lose everybody. They lose everything. A second team fight, they lose.
Dude, they don't have buyback on puck either.
No, they just dropped their fort as well. Thankfully, they will have another fortify as soon as these tier 3s go down. Like how they changed that one around. They'll have a little bit of time. Monkey King will be back up probably before they lose the racks.
They have to give up the racks, I think.
But yeah, I think they just have to. They have to wait for them to go for another, or try to go for another tier 3. Like drop a fortify there. They lose this rack regardless. You can't just fight into them with 3 heroes by themselves, or you lose the game here. If Monkey King tries to defend, they lose.
Yuma can't die again. Like we know that for a fact. And Nico is still hunting. He feels super strong right now. Ooh.
They're just about, so they've got 3 heroes up. Oh, okay, Nico decided decent in the game. They got 3 heroes up. They have Dawnbreaker coming up in 9 seconds with the Aghanim Scepter, so he'll be able to join that fight globally. So at this point, the cut need to back up and move away. But if you overextend here on Yuma, you get caught out, aren't able to pop that BKB, I'm pretty sure you just lose the game. You have to be super careful about the positioning of Little Nick here.
They had an over 90% chance to win this game, and they were up about 17,000 gold. And it is now dead even. That might be one of the better comebacks that we have seen. It all started with that fight in the top lane, right? Under that vision, where they just waited. You're right. They waited for like 3 minutes around this ward, just hoping that they could kind of bait SG to the top side of the map and be like, oh, come on. Almost there. Just force the fight, and they get it.
All right. Here we go. We'll see if they should not chase them out of the base. You play this calculated at this point. Yeah. Both teams are going to back off. So you've lost your melee racks. The game is even again, but advantage to the side of the cut. Is now mid lane just going to be pushing in naturally. So they're going to be playing on your side of the map now.
Dire are scanning for enemies.
The thing is like you're at this stage of the game, like your Primal Beast definitely starts to feel less impactful. Right? Because like you don't get this like one shot in a fight, right? You don't have the pairing that we saw in the last game with the Skywrath Mage. It goes in, kind of starts the fight, but it can't just instantly kill a hero. And that's a big problem, I think, for the side of SG right now.
Was smoked up.
Both teams smoked up.
They're
they want to force it.
Like the worst spot.
Nico,
wow.
Oh, gets a silence, but oh, they dissimulate Oscar. His BKB gets popped, but Nick gets the call instead. They're just gonna turn it around, try and burst him. He gets the onslaught away, but they are not done chasing. They want more. Nico goes in, gets the remnant off the mark, terrorize instead. Nico, you've gone way too far, my son. A Yules? Wait a minute. Nah, Coil there just in time to find that one, and Now they're gonna just get way more than what they asked for. Is they're gonna get the Witch Doctor as well. The buyback coming through. However, the call and catches Monkey King. He just gets bursted once again. No buyback. Oscar falling low as SMD. He's got this. BKB doing work. Can he find these kills? They're able to hobble away for now, but the Science catches the bucket. He dies thanks to the buyback from Nico. And Skywrath Mage lives on a sliver of HP.
You just walk back to the base. They played the first half of that fight so well. The Dark Willow ended up like heading forward to the back line, disabling Little Nick's Blink Dagger. The second time around, Monkey King kept chasing. His team just isn't able to keep up with him as he like tree dances and Primal Springs away. So second time around, ends up coming in on the axe, drops that call, connects them, and then Monkey King just gets bursted down.
It's the second time we've seen
The lack
axe
of
today.
restraint. Yeah. I mean, I was questioning it when it came out as the first pick, but it's just owning.
Yeah, the axes look super good. Anytime these heroes get caught in this call, it just seems like there's absolutely nothing they can do to stop it. Especially when there's the Skywrath Mage behind them.
Yeah. I mean, you have to put like one other hero in front a lot of the time, but you know, your reinitiation on the axe, as long as you're able to get that jump. I mean, it's one of the best disables in the game, Berserker's Call.
Yeah, absolutely.
Roshan's back up. They're clearing this one out now. Egg Shard is gonna go the way of one of these people. Probably over to Nico.
What do they do Shard now? Oh yeah, it's the AoE Aether Remnant basically, and does not trigger on creeps. I think that's better than Demon Zeal, personally. Okay, yeah, they actually give Aegis to Nico as well since he is on buyback right now.
Who's likely going to be the one to initiate, and I don't see any reason for them to slow down. Take out the tier 2 and pushing through bottom is probably what they want to do next.
Regen's got a bottom, but Nick just goes in, helps find a nice kill there, but can they get more? Yuma pops that BKB to run.
Oh no.
Oh, that is a Timeless Relic on the ground too. That's going to be a big one. Wait, who got it? Did Puck yoink? Okay, Axe did get it, okay. I didn't see it in his backpack.
Yeah, but it's bad that this Monkey King
Nico goes in, tries to get the call, set up they do, but there's no BKB popped quite yet. They're gonna try and just keep this axe alive, but instead just gets bursted. SM2 doing what he can. The Aegis will get popped here on Nico. He needs to get out and fast. They get the Dawnbreaker for their troubles, but they're fighting inside this Wukong's command as now the Skywrath Mage falls. SMD, he's got a Satanic, he's got the Sunder. Can he get it off? He does. They turn around onto Yuma, he gets the kill. No Monkey King, Oscar caught by the Maledict. They get the Dark Willow as well. SG crumbling now as Nico's got a remnant. Can he get the blink out? Of course not. That is 5 dead and only 1 buyback available. An ultra kill for the Terrorblade. Just a fraction of health is all he needed to turn this fight around.
That started off so good for them. The Monkey King's ultimate, I couldn't really get better than that. They managed to bring all of them into that little peninsula there while the Monkey King was sitting on the low ground. He ended up doing so much damage in that last fight, but you got to finish off that TB.
They have 1 fortification, double Astral Step in from Nico. He really wants to find KXY here. And, okay, they will go ahead and turn their attention on the tier 3. Again, 1 fortification, no refreshes left. They have 45 seconds before the Monkey King comes back up. And again, no Aegis, as that was burned in the last fight. They're going to save it potentially for the tier 4 on the fort. The Yules, it's going to catch the Dawnbreaker. A big kill here if they can get it. Being able to remove her ult from these fights is big. Science does catch the Puck. The Maledict will actually connect as well. That's a dead Puck. That's a dieback. Beautifully played there by Nico. Just clipping him on the silence as he comes in. And with no buybacks left, 11k gold lead, fortification down. They turn their attention to the tier 4s, and the cut may have pulled back what looked like an impossible game.
They've got 3 heroes up, and it looks like they're backing up. They don't want to take a chance against this. At the very least, moving to the tier 3s, maybe secure themselves Mega Creeps instead. Dawnbreaker does have buyback available again. It just managed to get enough gold for it now. So you could surprise them coming in. But again, you have to do this without Puck.
Yeah, there's the blink. The BKB will catch SMD. The call comes through. He does have his own BKB. He's going to turn around. Asunder is there as well. He can use it if he wants, but instead, I think they may just run away. Yuma's already popped the ult. Wukong's command is there. Nice jump in on the Dark Willow. Gets the 2 hero terrorized, but Your Monkey King's dead, man. Just instantly bursted by the Skywrath Mage when that BKB expired, and that is it. They get the win.
GG is called. Didn't connect the stuns long enough. Didn't have the damage for that TB anymore. They managed to turn this one around. 90% win probability. They're up like 20k net worth here at like 25 minutes into the game. This is absolutely insane comeback from the side of the cut. I am never sure if this team is about to fall apart. When they look good, they look damn good though. BGod, you can't give this man up to Skywrath Mage. He made way too much happen on it.
I told you, man, like there's certain people you can't give heroes to. And BGod with Skywrath Mage, I talked him up a lot in the draft, and I saw people in chat being like, "Well, is he really that good? Like, come on, why do they care so much about BGod Skywrath Mage?" It's like, no, dude, this guy literally single-handedly dismantled SG's core lineup. Not only finding KXY multiple times, but Yuma's deaths, almost all of them were a direct result of this Skywrath Mage in the late game. It's just super good play by them. Nick finally coming back after what was an abysmal start. Looking pretty good here as well. I mean, it's just solid game from the cut all around. A little shaky to start for sure, but I don't know, Nev. What do you think, man?
I think the cut are Odin, they're just loose sandbagging in the beginning, building hype for their fans. They know what the people like to see. That's what I think.
Okay, that's some copium, but I'll let it slide. It's a solid good game. It is again a best of 3 though, so we have game number 2 coming up in a moment. We'll see if the cut can actually take this one 2-0. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe they can, maybe they can't. But we're gonna go to a short break, and we'll be back with game number 2. Everyone, stay tuned. Again, this is the BTS Pro Series Season 12. My name's Cryptic. I'm here with Neff. We'll see you in a bit.